Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to the next subtopic of oscillation chapter, physics. And the next subtopic that we are going to study today is the energy of a particle performing SHM. So, as you know, SHM full form stands for simple harmonic motion. There is one particle which is present at the mean position, and this particle moves to and fro about its mean position, such that this is the positive extreme position because it is there on the positive side of the x-axis, and this is the negative extreme position because it is there on the negative side of x-axis. So here the particle moves to and fro about its mean position. There are various energies associated with this particle. The first energy, since the particle it is in motion, the energy associated with the particle in motion is kinetic energy. Also, the particle performing SHM will be having a potential energy. And if suppose both these energies are added together, we will get total energy. So we are going to study three types of energies for the particle performing simple harmonic motion. The first one is kinetic energy, the second is potential energy, and the third one is total energy. The question can be there like this. Derive an expression for kinetic energy, potential energy, and total energy for a particle performing linear SHM. Or it could be proved that the total energy it is directly proportional to the square of the frequency of a particle performing SHM, simple harmonic motion. So we have to ultimately derive the formula for total energy, and in that we will see how this total energy it is related to what things. And one of the thing is frequency. We will see that the total energy is directly proportional to the square of the frequency. Let us see the theory of this. So we will consider a particle. The particle mass will be of small m performing linear SHM along the path mn about the mean position O at a given instant. Let the particle be at P at a distance x from O. So the particle it is present at a distance of x from the mean position O, and capital M and capital N, these are the extreme positions. So in this case we can say that deriving kinetic energy is very simple. I will write the heading like this. So this from here the answer your actual answer starts. So answer is consider the particle performing M, and we have to draw the diagram as well. After that we will write expression for kinetic energy. Expression for kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is given by the formula half mv square, and what we know is the value of velocity. So we'll write we know that for particle performing linear SHM, for particle performing linear SHM, velocity is given by what? Velocity it is given by plus or minus omega under root of a square minus x square. The velocity is given by the formula v it is equal to plus or minus omega under root of a square minus x square. So what kinetic energy it is equal to? Kinetic energy it is equal to half mv square. That also kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So therefore, what kinetic energy it is equal to? Half into m into v square. V square means square of this term. So this will be plus or minus omega under root of a square minus x square, the square of this term. So this will be equal to half m, plus or minus square will be positive, plus square is positive, minus multiplied by minus is also plus. So I can say plus or minus square is positive, so this omega it will become omega square, and the square and root will get cancelled. I will be getting a square minus x square. So this is the formula of kinetic energy. This is the formula of kinetic energy, which is the derivation is very simple. Or you can write the kinetic energy in terms of K, where K is force constant. So half this m into omega square. M into omega square actually it is equal to K. So I can say half K a square minus x square. That's the another way of expressing the kinetic energy. These are the two formulas of kinetic energy for particle performing linear SHF. All are requested to pause the video and you have to write all these contents. Okay, so I am erasing all these things and I am moving to the expression for potential energy now. So for this I will write an expression for potential energy. Expression for potential energy. Now potential energy formula is actually mgh, but this formula it is not used. Mgh formula is not used. Why? Because it is applicable whenever the particle it is present at some height h. Here the particle it is not present at any height h, but it is performing, it is just moving to and fro about its mean position. It is performing oscillations, it is performing simple harmonic motion. Now if suppose, if any type of energy we don't know, I can say the equivalent of the energy we can calculate, and the dash is equivalent to energy, the answer is work done. So work done and energies are equivalent. In case we don't know the value of energy, we can calculate corresponding work done. So in this case also we will calculate the corresponding work done, and work done it is equal to force into displacement. Which type of force it will be? The force it will be restoring force, and we know that a restoring force is always directed towards the mean position as per the definition of linear SHM, and the displacement of the particle from the mean position it is there in this direction, it is towards capital M, and the displacement is x. Suppose for calculating work done, we'll see for a very small amount of displacement. Suppose the small amount of displacement, we'll see for the small amount of displacements. Suppose this much displacement is dx. Again, this much displacement is dx. Again, this much displacement is dx. So for small displacements, we will calculate the values. Okay. So I can say the work done for the work done for small displacement dx is given by the work done for small displacement dx is given by dw, because the displacement is small, the work done is also small, it is dw multiplied by the force is f into displacement is dx, and there will be a negative sign. What this negative sign indicates? The negative sign indicates that force and displacement are in opposite direction. You can see the force direction is this, but the displacement direction is this. So these two are in opposite direction. I can say force and displacement are in opposite direction. Also, also by the definition of SHM, linear SHM, by definition of linear SHM, I can say this force, the restoring force, it is directly proportional to displacement, and this is the force constant K, and the formula was this, minus F is equal to minus Kx. Again, negative sign indicates that force and displacement are in opposite direction. You can actually substitute the value of F in this expression, and you will get dW. It is equal to minus of F value is minus Kx into dx. So negative negative will be positive, it will be kx into dx. But we, this is the formula for small amount of work done. But we want complete work done. So I can say complete work done. It is nothing but W. It is nothing but W, and W it is nothing but the integration of small work done. Now we have considered very small amount of displacements, but we have to consider it from 0 to this distance, and this distance is x. So it will be integrated from 0 to x. Okay, so this value will be equal to integration from 0 to x. The dw formula is kx into dx. Now k it is constant, it will be out of the integration. So it will be k integration from 0 to x. X with respect to x, it is equal to k into integration of x with respect to x is actually x square divided by 2. Okay, it is from 0 to x. So how to solve this? Upper limit minus lower limit. So this is equal to k into, instead of x, we'll substitute x. So x square divided by 2 minus, instead of x, we'll substitute 0. So this is going to be 0 square divided by 2. So 0 square divided by 2, it is 0, and this term you can neglect. So what is the formula of potential energy you will be getting? The formula of potential energy is kx square divided by 2. The formula of potential energy is kx square divided by 2. So what is the formula of kinetic energy you got? The formula of kinetic energy was half k a square minus x square. And what is the formula of potential energy you got? The potential energy formula you got it as half k x square. So this is the formula of potential energy and kinetic energy. You can replace this k by m omega square. Okay, anytime if you want to replace, you can replace the value of k as m omega square, such that the another formula for potential energy, you can say potential energy it is equal to potential energy it is also equal to half, instead of k you can write m omega square x square. So these are the two formulas for potential energy. Okay, so I request you all to please pause the video. In case you face any difficulty, you can watch the video again, and you have to complete this write up. Now we will be calculating for total energy. We'll be calculating for total energy. So what total energy it is equal to? Total energy it is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Total energy it is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So kinetic energy it is given by half m omega square a square minus x square, and potential energy it is given by half m omega square x square. So you can take half m omega square outside. So this is half m omega square is taken outside. What will remain inside is a square minus x square, and on this side I will be getting plus x square. So minus x square and plus x square will get cancelled. So what I am getting is the total energy. Total energy it is equal to half m omega square a square. Total energy is equal to half m omega square a square. So you can write the value of omega, it is equal to 2 pi n. So this is equal to half m omega value, you can write 2 pi n square a square. So this is equal to half m into 4 into pi square into n square into a square. So this is the value of total energy. So in this case, you can say total energy it is directly proportional to n square. Total energy is directly proportional to frequency, square of the frequency. Also, you can say the frequency it is reciprocal of time period t. So therefore, what is the value of total energy? Total energy it is equal to half m into 4 pi square. N square it will be divided by now t square into a square. So you can say the total energy it is directly proportional to, sorry, inversely proportional to t square. Also you can say total energy it is directly proportional to a square. Also you can say that total energy depends on the value of mass of the particle. So here it is only one point it is written. The total energy it is directly proportional to the square of the frequency. You can expect the next question to be total energy is inversely proportional to square of the time period, or you can expect the question like this: total energy depends on mass. Okay, so these all things you can expect. I request you to pause the video. You have to complete this write up. So now I'm erasing all these things, and I'm concluding the points. What are the various expressions that we derived? So we derived the expression for kinetic energy. We are having two formulas of this. I derived the expression for potential energy. Again, I have two formulas for this in terms of k, in terms of m omega square, and then I derived the formula for total energy. So kinetic energy it is given by half k a square minus x square. Okay, so this only it is equal to half k value, you can represent that as m omega square a square minus x square. Potential energy it is given by half k x square. Also potential energy is equal to half m omega square x square. Now see, the x it will change. The here x value is less, here x value is more, x value is more, x value is more, x value is more. Here the x value is going to be maximum, and this is going to be the amplitude of the SHM, amplitude of the SHM, amplitude of the oscillation. Now the total energy it is given by half m omega square a square, or you can say it is equal to half k a square. Okay, so here there is no variable terms are present. So this k is constant, amplitude is also constant. That means total energy it is constant. It does not depend. So, it does not change. Total energy does not change, and always total energy depends on kinetic energy plus potential energy. So since total energy it is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, if I say this value is equal to constant, so if suppose in any case the kinetic energy decreases, so corresponding potential energy has to increase. So when, at any point whenever the potential energy decreases, the kinetic energy will increase, and vice versa. These terms are going to happen. So let us now see the special cases of the energies of the particle performing linear system. So there are special cases. The case one says that at mean position, what is going to happen? So kinetic energy it is equal to, so I will write here the formulas. Kinetic energy is equal to half k a square minus x square. So in terms of k, it is very simple to remember. I will write in terms of k half k x square, and also total energy is equal to half k a square. So at mean position, what it is going to happen? So kinetic energy is given by half k a square minus x square. At mean position, the value of x it is equal to 0. So I can say this is equal to half k a square minus 0 square. So this is equal to half k a square. So half k a square is nothing but your total energy. So kinetic energy is nothing but total energy. That means at mean position kinetic energy is maximum. So I can say mean position, at mean position kinetic energy is maximum. And what is the maximum kinetic energy? The maximum kinetic energy it is nothing but the total energy. And the total energy is nothing but half k a square. Half k a square. Right? We'll also talk about potential energy. So what potential energy it is given by? Potential energy it is given by half k x square. Half k x square. So if you substitute the value of x is equal to 0, because we are learning at main position what are the things. So potential energy it is equal to half k into 0 square. So that means potential energy will be 0. So see, what total energy it is equal to? Total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy itself it is total energy, so potential energy it will be 0. At mean position, kinetic energy is maximum. At at mean position, potential energy is minimum. So that means I can write like this: at mean position, potential energy is minimum. Okay. So all of you please pause the video. You have to write all these things. I am moving to the next case. The next special case it is for extreme position. So for extreme positions, I can say x value is equal to plus or minus a. So for positive extreme position, x it is equal to plus a. For negative extreme position, x it is equal to minus a. So what kinetic energy it is equal to? Kinetic energy it is equal to half k a square minus x square. What potential energy it is equal to? Potential energy it is equal to half k x square. What total energy it is equal to? Total energy it is equal to half k a square. So let us now talk about kinetic energy first. So kinetic energy it is given by half k a square minus x square. So at extreme position x is equal to plus or minus a. So I can write therefore kinetic energy it is equal to half k a square minus x square will be plus or minus a square. Now plus or minus square it is positive, a square will be a square. So this is going to be half k a square minus a square. A square minus a square it is 0, so I can say this whole thing it will be 0. So that means kinetic energy it is equal to 0. That means kinetic energy is minimum now. So I can say and minimum value is equal to 0. At extreme position, at extreme position, kinetic energy it is equal to 0. Why kinetic energy is zero? Because kinetic energy is given by half mv square. At extreme position, whenever the value of x it is equal to plus or minus a, their v is equal to zero. So that's why the kinetic energy is also zero. Since v is equal to zero, kinetic energy is also zero. So let us now talk about the potential energy. The potential energy is given by half k x square. So this equals half k. X value is equal to plus or minus a. So this I can say plus or minus a square. So this equals half k plus or minus square is positive. A square is going to be a square. This is potential energy. And this value is nothing but the total energy. That means potential energy, this value is maximum. And the maximum value it is nothing but the total energy value. And it is nothing but half k a square. So I can say at extreme position, potential energy is maximum. So I can say kinetic energy is minimum at extreme position while the potential energy is maximum at the extreme position. Let us now look into other case. The other case is what is going to happen if kinetic energy is equal to potential energy. Means what is the value of x? What is the value of x when kinetic energy and potential energies are equal? All might be thinking that exactly at midpoint at x is equal to a by 2, the kinetic energy and potential energies are equal, but this is not going to happen. Why? Because kinetic energy it is equal to half k a square minus x square. So since because of the square, it is not linear, it is quadratic, it is non-linear. Potential energy is equal to half k x square. So because of the square, it is not linear. Linear means it is not a straight line. Okay, rather it is a parabolic shape. We will see the diagram. So we will substitute the value of kinetic energy, we will substitute the value of potential energy, and we will calculate what is the value of x. So kinetic energy, which is nothing but I can say, I can write directly half k a square minus x square, it is equal to half k x square. So half k term will get cancelled. So I can say a square minus x square, it is equal to x square. So x square will go into that side, it will become positive. So therefore I can say a square it is equal to x square plus x square. X square plus x square it will be equal to 2x square. So therefore what is the value of x square then? X square will be equal to a square divided by 2. So therefore what is the value of x? X it is equal to, here it will be plus or minus square of square root of a, it will be a divided by root 2. So x it is equal to plus or minus a divided by root 2. So it is not x is equal to a by 2, but it is x it is equal to plus or minus a divided by root 2. Why plus or minus a? Because it will be on the to this mean position at x is equal to plus a divided by root 2. There will be one point. At this point, potential energy will be equal to kinetic energy. On this side also, there will be one point. X is equal to minus a divided by root 2. At this point, the potential energy will be equal to kinetic energy like this. Okay, we will see the diagram after this cases. I will move to the next special case 4. Uh, at x is equal to plus or minus a divided by root 2. So now only um, we derived that this kinetic energy it is equal to half k a square minus x square, both are equal at this positions. So this is equal to half k a square minus x square value it is equal to plus or minus a divided by root 2 the whole square. So this equals half k a square minus plus or minus square it is positive, so this will be a square divided by 2, right? So this you can solve. Kinetic energy it is equal to 1 minus half. 1 minus half is half. So half k a square divided by 2 only will be getting. This 2 will go to this side. So this will be 2 minus 1. It will be 1. 1 divided by 2. So this will be a square divided by 2. So what answer we will be getting? Half 1 by 4 k a square. Similarly, you can calculate potential energy. So potential energy it is equal to half k a square, half k x square, sorry, half k x square. So this is equal to half k x valued is equal to plus or minus a divided by root 2, the whole square. So this equals half k plus or minus is positive. So this will be a square divided by 2. So this is going to be 1 upon 4 k a square. So see this and this both are same. This is 1 and this is 2. So I can say from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, potential energy it is equal to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy it is equal to potential. Okay. Now what is going to happen if at x is equal to a by 2? What is going to happen at x is equal to a by 2? Let us see that also. So I can say at x is equal to a by 2. What is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy will be equal to half k a square minus x square. So this is half k a square minus x value it will be equal to a square divided by 4. So this equals half k. So 4 minus 1 it will be 3a square divided by 4. Okay. So you can say it is equal to 3 by 4 into half k a square. Half k a square is nothing but total energy or total energy. So I can say therefore kinetic energy it is equal to 3 by 4 into total energy at x is equal to a by 2. Similarly, you calculate potential energy. Potential energy it is equal to half k x square, half k x square. So this equals half k x square means a square divided by 2 square will be 4. So you can say 1 upon 4 into half k a square. Half k a square is nothing but total energy. So this is 1 upon 4 into total energy. So at x is equal to a by 2, I can write the conclusion. At x is equal to a by 2, kinetic energy it is equal to kinetic energy it is equal to 75 percentage of total energy. And what about potential energy? Potential energy it is equal to 25 percentage of total energy. That means at x is equal to a by 2, kinetic energy is maximum, potential energy maximum means it is greater, sorry, kinetic energy is greater compared to the potential energy. Okay, so these are the various cases. Let us now look into the diagram. Let us now conclude, and we will draw the diagram by our own, and we will see what is the corresponding diagram present in the text. So, kinetic energy is given by the formula half k a square minus x square. What we concluded, kinetic energy it is maximum, and the maximum value is total energy, which is half k a square. This is at mean position. While kinetic energy it is minimum, and minimum value is equal to 0 at extreme position. Extreme position means including positive as well as negative extreme position. If you consider potential energy it is equal to half k x square, and the potential energy it is maximum, and the maximum value is nothing but total energy, and total energy value is half k a square. This is at extreme position. The potential energy is maximum at extreme position. While at mean position, you can say the potential energy it is equal to 0. Potential energy it is minimum, and the minimum value is equal to 0. So I will draw the graph. This is suppose the x-axis, displacement axis, and this is suppose the energy axis. So here I am plotting energy on the y-axis, and on the x-axis I am plotting the distance. So in order to not to get confused, this is distance. So this is the mean position. This is the mean position. Suppose this is plus a distance. So plus a distance means this is positive extreme position, and this is minus a distance, and this minus a means minus extreme position, and this is zero distance. Zero distance means mean position. So this is the constant term, kinetic total energy. So I can say this is the part half k a square. So this is nothing but total energy, and total energy it is constant. I can say this is the line like this. This is the line like this. So this is constant line. I can say the total energy is constant. The total energy is not changing. Total energy is not changing. Now, kinetic energy it is maximum at mean position and it is equal to half k a square. So this is the point of kinetic energy. Okay, and at extreme position the kinetic energy is zero. So that means at extreme position the kinetic energy is zero. So this is the point of kinetic energy. So I can draw the parabolic graph like this. So that's the parabolic graph, and this graph is of kinetic energy. So here I can write kinetic energy, which is nothing but half k a square minus x square. Okay. Now we'll see the graph of potential energy. We'll see the graph of potential energy like this. So potential energy it is maximum at extreme position and maximum value is total energy. So I can say this is the point of potential energy, and at mean position the potential energy is minimum value is zero. So that means this is the point of potential energy. I can draw a parabolic shape like this. So this is what the graph of potential energy is. So this is potential energy is equal to half k x square. Now this is the point where these two energies are equal. That is the point where the two energies are equal. So this is the point where the two energies are equal. So at this point, kinetic energy is equal to potential energy. At this point, kinetic energy it is equal to potential energy. These two energies are equal at this particular point. Now, what is the distance here? When the kinetic energy and potential energies are equal, at when they are equal at x is equal to minus a divided by root 2. When they are equal at x is equal to plus a divided by root 2. At x is equal to plus or minus a divided by root 2, the kinetic energy and potential energies are same. While if you look into this, um, at x is equal to directly a divided by 2. So here at this point you can say this is what kinetic energy it is 3 by 4 times of total energy, right? And potential energy it is 1 by 4 times of total energy. Here again at x is equal to directly exactly at the middle. So kinetic energy is greater compared to the potential energy. So kinetic energy it is equal to same 3 by 4 times of total energy. Again potential energy it is equal to 1 by 4 times of total energy. This is at x is equal to plus a divided by 2, and here this point is x is equal to minus a divided by 2. Okay, so this is the energy diagram for the particle performing linear SHM. I request you all to please pause the diagram, pause the video, and you have to complete this things. We are now looking into the diagram which is there in the textbook. So here this is the energy axis, here this is the distance axis, this is the distance axis. So energy, this is the total energy is equal to half k a square, half k a square. So this is what the graph of kinetic energy and this is the graph of potential energy. So this is the point where kinetic energies and potential energies are equal, and it is exactly half of the total energy at minus a divided by root 2 and plus a divided by root 2. Okay, so I hope you understood the diagram. We are moving to the next subtopic. The next subtopic that we are going to learn is the simple pendulum. Thank you so much, all of you, for paying attention. Keep learning. Goodbye. Take care.